Ladies and gentlemen, YouTube, welcome in, welcome back. It's AJ, your average gamer 714 on this here channel and on every channel, as you can see right down there. Now, Bears win today, Cubs sweep and clinch the #1 overall seed. It's a beautiful day, but we got a gaming update for you guys. If you could see right behind me, which I'm going to drop the mic and move out of the way here for a quick second. We have all of our PC parts to build this PC, minus the case. Minus the case. That is it. That's all we're waiting on. I ordered the wrong case on accident. I got a micro ATX case. I got the X5M when I wanted the X5. Brain blunder on my part, but that's no big deal. We're just waiting on the new case to come in, and we could build this thing. And we can start making more content, more Call of Duty content. We can start, making our YouTube videos. We can start making our TikTok shorts and our YouTube shorts. And then we could start doing our NASCAR content. I got the capture card. I got everything we need. And I'm super, super excited to be able to do this. Now, let's go through a quick rundown of everything that we got and everything you can expect when we do the build video. First things first, we'll start off. We got the Streamline Mini that is to help us with our Xbox capture, and that will also do our PC capture because I'm keeping my laptop, which is literally right under the webcam that you're watching me on right now. So that will do the capture for our PC and our Xbox, depending on if we're doing Call of Duty gameplay, if we're doing NASCAR gameplay, it'll catch it all. Now, we have the Radeon 9060 XT. I went on the 9060 XT because I knew that we were going to capture card everything. So I thought that going with a little bit of a cheaper graphics card, being able to pull some pretty solid frame rates at Ultra 1080p, I thought that would be perfect. Because I did not want to spend a whole bunch of money on a high-end capture card. So because of that, I kind of knew that we were going to build a mid-range PC. So we got the 9060 XT, which is really going to help with those higher end frame rates, but not so high end that the capture card won't be able to keep up with it, because our capture card does 1080p 60 capture, and it does 120 1080 pass through, or I'm sorry, 240 1080p pass through. So that'd be great. Next, we got the Ryzen 9000 Series 5 processor. So we have a Ryzen 5 9700X. I was going to go 7900X, but it just so happened that the 9700X and the, the 9600X and the 5700X, it just so happened that those prices were about $10 apart from each other. So I went with the newest generation. Now, if we look at the motherboard here, we have the Aorus B650 Aorus Elite AX. I went with that for the sole purpose of their connectivity on the back. Plenty of AO on the back. They have plenty of connectivity ports, which is great because I have to connect a webcam, our microphone here. I have to connect any of my USB things that I use, which I use both of my, which is typically lit up, my RGB light strips that help with the lighting. I have those hooked up to my computer as well. So I went with that motherboard solely for the purpose of the AO on the back. The other reason why I went with it is 3 M.2 slots. I have, speaking of M.2, I have a 2 terabyte SP UD90. I have a 2 terabyte and a 1 terabyte, and I also leave that third slot in case I need to upgrade in the future, which I might if I do. If I leave my rendered videos for YouTube on my gaming PC. Now, I do plan to get another UD90 hard drive for my laptop so that I could just leave all of that video stuff on the laptop itself. Moving on, we have the Flare X5 GDDR5 memory kit. It is 32 gigabytes. It is 32, 32, 32, 96. So it's not the greatest that you can get, but it's also not the lowest end that you can get. I kind of went somewhere in the middle there, and that lands me at about $100 on that. Now I have the Thermalright Aqua Elite 360 V3. I went with that solely for the fact that I wanted a 360 AIO. I knew it was going to be overkill. However, I decided that if I want to upgrade in the future, it would be worth having that headroom instead of getting a 240. Not to mention the price difference between the 240 and the 360 was kind of not really that justified. So for $56, I went with it. Now, I do have a disclaimer for everybody here. I went with pre-owned certified parts. And what I mean by that is these parts all came from the manufacturer. However, these are parts that may have been returned or refurbished or what have you. So if I would have built this PC with all brand new parts, it would have cost roughly about $2,000. Okay. I managed to build this PC for about $1,300 just because I went with pre-owned parts. Now, the one thing that you could also see just off over here, this screen here, this is a Koorui, Koorui, Koorui 1080p 165 hertz refresh monitor. I also went with that for my main gaming monitor because I know that out of the research that I did, the 9060 XT 16 gigabyte does anywhere between 120 and about 180, depending on the game that I play in terms of frame rate. Now, I know that I do my NASCAR games and I do Call of Duty for the most part. So I thought that this would be a really good sweet spot for me. This one that I got, I messed up. I bought a TN panel by mistake. So that is what it is for now. But I do intend on getting a 1080p IPS panel, which is about $110. So this one was $90, and the one that I'm going to get is about $110. So keep that in mind. So when we build this PC in that video, I will link everything down in the description, and I will show you guys everything that I bought for the build and in building it. The only thing I don't have to show you is the case, because I have the X5M, which is right down here. I just don't have the X5, which is what I wanted to buy. So instead of getting the X5, what I went with is the it is the Montech. I just had to look at my power supply because I bought that same vendor. It is the Montech 903 Air Max. And the reason why I went with that over the X5 is the 903 Max has an ARGB header, and it's addressable. And for me, that is huge because I have to plug in my AIO here, and that header has enough open spots that I'm able to do that. So that's why I went with that. So, ladies and gentlemen, listen, we will be building this PC anywhere between Monday and Wednesday. It just depends on when the case shows up. So I hope to see you then, and I will see you guys later. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We have plenty of Call of Duty content every day, and we have NASCAR 25 content coming up. So, like, subscribe, share it with a friend, and we will catch you guys in the next one.